usaore moyo kaneria Mwari anewe usaore moyo kaneria Mwari anewe Mwari anewe kaneria Mwari anewe kufirwa nemurume hangadzi zvinona moyo wekushinga usaore moyo kaneria Mwari anewe usaore moyo kaneria Mwari anewe Mwari anewe kaneria Mwari anewe.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to First Issues. We trust you are thoroughly enjoying your Christmas holidays and know that the festivities are far from over. It is these very same festivities that have inspired our topics this evening. When you think of rhythm, dance, vibrant, colorful culture, doesn't Africa come to mind? Although African music may dominate in terms of sale at this Musica here in Game City, Gaborone, on a wider scale, Western artists dominate the global music charts, beating out our authentic stories, various languages, and various cultures. With legends the likes of Ladysmith Black Mambazo, Femi Kuti, Angelique Kidjo, Jonathan Butler, Salif Keita, and a litany of others from all corners of this diverse continent, seeming to have long paved the way by drawing international acclaim, why are we yet to see the stars of African musicians shine as bright as those of other musicians the world over? The continent's best of the best do not feature in Forbes' list of the world's highest paid celebrities of 2017. Where musicians the likes of Diddy, who raked in a career best of $130 million this year, and Beyoncé, who made $105 million, beat out even stars from the sporting world such as Cristiano Ronaldo with their earnings. With true world-dominating superstardom, legends the likes of Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, and John Lennon continue to make money even after their deaths. With Michael topping the list of posthumous success this year, raking in $75 million. What can be done for our artists to get a significant share of what the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry, or IFPI, records as revenues worth $15.7 billion in the year 2016? Poor distribution and other weaknesses in the industry's infrastructure on the continent are said to be part of the problem, as is the African consumer's affinity for pirated material. We claim to love our artists, but many of us would rather steal their music than pay for it. Despite these challenges, some, especially those with international training and exposure, have made significant cracks in this glass ceiling. A list of the top 10 most bankable African artists by Forbes magazine this year included artists both old and new, from hip-hop to jazz, and from South Africa to Nigeria. On it were South Africa's DJ Black Coffee and Hugh Masekela, Nigeria's Don Jazzy, Wizkid and Davido, Zimbabwean-American Tinashe, Nigerian-American Jidena, Ghana's Sarkodie, And our guest this evening, Zimbabwe's Oliver Mtukudzi. He is renowned for his unique blend of Southern African music traditions, including mbira, mpakanga, jit, and the traditional drumming styles of the kore kore, that has been respectfully dubbed Tuku music. He continues to tour the globe and has amassed 30 awards, including the National Arts Merit Award, a Kora Award, and Breaking Through the Borders Award.
What is the future of help? It's to help people find the great in themselves. The drive, the passion. Help them find their true potential. Help them stretch. Help them grow. That's why we help people help themselves, help the world. Because a little help goes a long, long way. FNB, how can we help you?
Although we came to him looking for answers as to how one becomes an international music sensation and breakthrough act, Tuku advocates for a focus on the art form and not on selling albums, as our conversation with him reveals this evening. Just looking back at your decades-long career, what do you think now, from what you know now, have been the main reasons for your success? You are arguably one of the most successful musicians to come from Zimbabwe.
Wow, I think that's the wrong word.
Okay.
Because in art there is no success. There's only achievements. But success, there's nothing like that in art. So I'm not successful. But of course I've achieved a number of things. But success, no success.
What do you mean by there's no success in art? Is it because it's continuously evolving?
No,
or?
you can only achieve one thing, and you have set yourself a target to achieve better than that. So you'll never be successful until you die. But you can always achieve a lot of things.
Why do you think then you've been able to achieve so much?
I'm able to achieve because for as long as there are people, there's always something to talk about. And if there is anything to talk about, then there's something to sing about.
There's so many musicians in the region, in Zimbabwe, in Botswana, but not many reach the level of achievement that you have. What do you attribute this to?
I think I do understand that there's no better you than you. And if you don't do you, then the whole world has lost you. You understand? So if you do to compete, then you'll never win. You will always be secondary. But if you do you, you got no competition at all. You'll always remain you. So that's what I do.
When you began this journey into music in the 70s, did you envision this level of achievement?
You rightfully said it. I'm doing me. I'm not doing a career. I'm yet to decide a career to take on. But right now I'm doing me. And if I'm doing me, I don't have any competition at all. Because there's no better me than me. So I always cherish other artists because they have what I don't have.
What event in your journey led to your music crossing borders? How did that come about?
I think it's to understand who you are and do who you are. You will always go far. And to respect what you do. Just doing it for the sake of do your best when you do it. You'll always have somebody taking what you do outside your borders.
What are some of the most memorable moments for you over the past few years that music has led you to?
Music is life. And the unforgettable thing that music did to me was therapy when I lost my son. I'll never forget that.
You said you do not view music as your career. Do you view the music as an industry?
It is an industry. It is an industry in the sense that the moment you identify even a kid that is talented in doing whatever he's doing, automatically he or she is a business person. He has to understand how to survive out of it.
And what advice do you give to people looking to survive off of music, especially from our corner of the world?
I do have a Pakarepai Art Center where we facilitate youngsters to showcase what they can do, not what they want to do, but what they can do. And from that, you are able to survive in life if you do what you can do, not what you want to do, not your passion. Your passion is like your hobby. You can go ahead and do that. But survival is on what you can do. So to the youngsters, please identify yourselves. Understand who you are. Understand what you can do, not what you want to do. You'll never go wrong.
How has this industry changed, if at all, from the time you entered it in the 70s till now? What developments have you seen?
If I was doing a career, I would understand that I've entered this industry. But I'm not doing a career. I'm doing me. This is what I'm born for. This is what I can do. It's not what I want to do. To understand what the industry is all about. I do what I do because I have to do what I have to do. Of course, it falls under what you want to call an industry. But I'm not there to understand what and analyze what the industry is all about. No, I do because purpose of my job is to give life and hope to the people. If I achieve that, then my industry is done.
So your objectives, when you make music, it is like you're saying to bring hope and life.
To bring hope, to heal the broken hearts.
What is your creative process like? How do you go about?
Well, I usually get a topic, either from the discussions we are doing now. I might pick a topic that, oh wow, this is something that the world might need to know. And I pick on that, I write a poem on that topic. And when I have my poem and I understand what message I'm sending through, then that will give me an idea of how I say it to you. And then how I say it will give me the tune, how to sing it. And from there on, it's a song. Well, instrumentation is just flavor.
I know it is, you don't like to look and analyze music as an industry, but do you foresee, or what do you think can be done to allow for more African musicians to enter the world stage, for African music to be elevated to a broader audience?
Like I said before, the moment you're an artist, you're a business person. But that doesn't mean you're an industry. You're a business person doing business of music. And if we don't fight God and be what God didn't bring us on earth for, we'll always have problems. But if we all stay in the rightful places, that you're a journalist, I'm a musician, but we are all artists, we do the same job. If we understand that and we all stand in our rightful places, we will go far as Africans.
And you spoke about how you want your music to bring life and hope to people.
It's not what I want, it's what it should be.
Wise words from a seasoned professional. Do stay with us, because up next we have somewhat of a cautionary tale for you to keep in mind as the festivities of this season continue.
What is the future of help? It's to help people find the great in themselves. the drive, the passion. Help them find their true potential. Help them stretch. Help them grow. That's why we help people help themselves, help the world, because a little help goes a long, long way. FNB, how can we help you?
Welcome back to First Issues, as in this portion of our program, we share some hard facts about an increasingly popular trend. It has become more and more commonplace to find shisha, hookah, hubbly bubbly, whatever you may call it, at a wide range of functions, from promotional events to young girls' birthday parties. This activity has become popular with young consumers due to its novelty, social nature, and fun, fruity flavors. The sad truths that people do not acknowledge is that shisha smoking, despite its smoothness and sweetness, still has all the negative health impacts of tobacco, made worse by the fact that along with nicotine, those gathered around these intricate pipes are also inhaling the smoke from the coal used to burn the tobacco, and they are more likely to take several more puffs of smoke during a session than a cigarette smoker would. How have consumers remained oblivious to these facts? What else should they know about this practice? We invited representatives of the Anti-Tobacco Network to educate us further on the smoking of shisha.
The first misconception we have to realize is they make you believe that shisha is not as harmful as smoking cigarettes. But then you have to look at the action of smoking shisha. You actually have to draw in more of that smoke into your lungs and into your body. Therefore, you're exposing your body to more toxins, and therefore you're causing more harm to your body. On top of that, when you smoke shisha, you do it over 45 minutes to an hour, whereas when you're smoking cigarettes, it's like 5 to 10 minutes. Therefore, you have to consider over an hour period, how many toxins have you exposed yourself to, thinking that it's not as harmful or it's less harmful as smoking cigarettes. And you find that shisha, though not much research has done, people are starting to find more and more that it's linked to certain cancers like throat cancer, lung cancer, or cardiovascular heart disease. We should also consider that shisha is also partly tobacco. It's tobacco, molasses, glycerin mixed together and with fruity essence to give that nice smell. So we just think it's that part, but we forget that at the end of the day, tobacco is tobacco and it is harmful to your body.
You said that they have led people to believe that shisha is less harmful than cigarettes. Who are they?
They would be the companies that produce shisha. Mainstream media has led us to believe that shisha is not as harmful as cigarettes, or that it's misleading that they make you believe that tobacco is not in the product. Shisha actually consists of tobacco, molasses, or honey, or some fruity essence to give it a nice smell. But what they'll advertise is the different flavors and what makes it nice, why it doesn't burn, and why it's better than tobacco. It's smoked shisha, not cigarettes. But what they don't seem to mention is that tobacco is tobacco. Tobacco is also a component of shisha, and therefore it is harmful. So they is the companies that sell. They are the companies that sell accessories saying, attach this and it won't burn as much. It filters it. There's no such thing as a filter. You're taking in all those toxins as you smoke it in, as you breathe it in, and as you exhale, you're causing secondhand smoke, and those people around you also smoking and breathe it in. They is the companies, they are the people who are misleading and advertising this product.
Other than misleading advertising, why do you think this is becoming an increasingly popular trend that we're witnessing here in Botswana? And exactly where and why is it popular?
You'll find that in Botswana, it's a new trend. It's something new, it's something exotic. We always like what is exotic. It's not our culture. Therefore, it's this new shiny new toy we need to play with. And you find it's mostly the youth and young adolescents who are most interested in it, because all they see is that what is advertised, it's flavored, it tastes nice, it smells nice. It's a social event. I can do it with my friends. Let's go out, let's go smoke shisha. It's become this social activity that we have learned to accept without actually looking at the repercussions of it. And that's why it's growing, and you find that in bars they offer it. They'll be like, you can come and have a drink, and also you can smoke habli, or we refer to it habli, and you can hang out with your friends and enjoy, have a conversation. They're creating this atmosphere of community with your friends, with people around you. And that's why it's growing, because we always want to be where it's happening, where it's interesting, where it's fun, and that's why it's growing.
Let us make sure that this is not a continuing case of monkey see, monkey do. If anything, this should encourage us to learn more about the things we ingest. We hope we have opened your eyes as to the truths regarding shisha smoking. Do spread the word. To ensure that the merriment of the season continues, stay tuned for a card safety tip from FNB Botswana. Tonight we are advised what to do when something does unfortunately go wrong.
If you do realize that maybe, say, you get an alert of a transaction that you are not aware of, that you know you have not done or authorized, your best bet, before you go on holiday, just memorize the number at the back of your card, which is your emergency number, your call center numbers, so that in the event of an emergency, you call your bank as soon as possible to get that card blocked, so that you contain the level of compromise on your card.
Bedtime,